Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ghislaine?
I'm fine, and you?
I was very impressed by your email.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for asking my email.
Yeah, I was surprised because you have a good reading, you have a good pronunciation. I thought you had been studying English for years and years, all right? So it
No,
surprised me. Yes,
two,
very
two years
good.
ago, 2 years ago only.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay. Just count on me for anything that you need. I will always be here, okay? Or you got my email, just write me. Hello, Regina. How's Floripa? Hot or cold? Hello, Tainá.
Normal,
Normal.
normal teacher, normal.
Yeah,
I'm fine, and you, teacher?
I'm very well, thank you. Okay, I think you're not seeing me, right? Are you
Oh,
seeing me? Yes?
Yes,
Ah, okay, good, good,
I can
good.
see you.
Yeah, I just saw black here. I thought, am I black too? No. Marcia, how are you? I
teacher,
Fine.
have nothing against black people, right? I have many black friends. I just don't like everything
no,
black, only
I
names.
understand you, but the view?
Oh,
What the
this is
view?
another city not far away from here. It's called Courtrai or Kortrijk, okay? Yeah, it's a big city, in fact, okay? Probably the biggest city after Ghent, okay?
Okay,
This building behind me is the city hall where the mayor works, okay? It's the government building of the city. They call city hall, okay? Yes, city hall, okay?
Okay.
Good. That's where Covas works in São Paulo, at the city hall, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Marcia. Hello, Tainá. How are you?
Teacher. Fine.
Are you all right?
Me? Yes.
Good.
Yes.
You answered for Tainá, but that's fine. I hope she's also fine, okay?
I'm fine too.
Oh, that's so good. You're alive. I thought you were
Yeah.
sleeping there. Yes.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet.
Not yet. All right. It's early there. I should be sleeping by now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the old guy here, not you. Young girls go to bed late. Old men go to bed early. Okay. All right. Let's start our class. We have a lot of things to talk about today, and I'm hoping that we can get to the reading passage because that's my favorite part. Anyway, what are we need to talk before we go to the reading passage? As usual, common problems. We always have these. So I'm going to read these because I think it's important to emphasize what the problems are, okay? So it can be difficult to remember to put a verb after the subject, especially when the indirect question is in the simple present tense of the verb to be. For example, we need to say, could you tell me where the train station, the bus station, whatever station you want is? You see, I have this verb at the end of the sentence, just before the question mark. All right, and this is the correct position. If I ask you, could you tell me where is the station? It's wrong. So this form here is not correct. This is completely wrong. Okay? Understand this? You cannot use it. And if you say, why not, teacher? Well, because if you use this form, what you have here is a double question. You have, could you? One question. Where is? One more question. And English doesn't like redundancy. Okay? So it's, could you tell me where the station is? Could you tell me where the bank is? Or do you know where Mary went? Oh, do you know where Mary went? Yes. I think it's easier than where did Mary go? Okay, because in this case you have to use did and you have to change the verb back to the present. Do you know where Mary went? For me, it's more natural. I don't know. I just like this. Okay. I was wondering if you can tell me your phone number. You see, the computer says, oh, there is no question word. Okay, you see, according to my computer, I should put a period here, but it is a question. That's why I have to tell the computer that it is a question. Understand? So I was wondering, I wonder are also good expressions to be used. I was wondering if, can you tell me where, can you tell me? It's so strange. Huh? I was wondering if, can you tell me? No, I was wondering if you can tell me your phone number. Okay, that's a good question to ask to a handsome boy in a nightclub or in a bar. Okay, Erica?
Yeah,
That's only for
okay.
Erica, Regina. That's not for you. Erica, Marcia, okay?
Okay.
Not for you, Regina. Control yourself, okay?
Yes, yes.
Yes, that's not your case. You, Gislaine, Dirce, no. Okay? Dirce, maybe, yes. All right? So, do you know where Mary lives? Not where does Mary live, okay? Because the question, as I told you, is formed here. So, the other part is a normal affirmative statement. You see? Do you know where does Mary live? Wrong. I wonder where she went last night. That's perfect. I wonder where did she go last night? It's wrong, okay? So this is just examples to show you what is okay, what is not okay, all right?
All
So
right.
I hope you remember and use this because honestly, I use it all the time, okay?
Okay.
So let's do like five exercises only, okay? The rest you can try to do at home. Wow, what is this?
Yes.
This is strange.
Present past perfect continuous.
Yes.
And then,
I did, teacher.
Oh, okay, but I don't know why I put it here. Did we talk about it?
Yes, you don't put about the question tag.
but it's good
Ah!
for a try.
I see, I think I'm going crazy. Yes, I prepared an exercise that is not about this lesson.
I think you wanted to check if we will
Learn
do
it.
this exercise. Yes.
Yes, if you learn it, maybe, good.
Yes.
That's a good excuse, Erica. Okay, I will change it later, okay? But let's see if you remember anyway. Peter was Sally's husband. They, blah, 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 be married for 25 years when he had the accident and passed away. What is
Being
it?
married.
Yes, very good. They had been married. Yeah, yeah. I think we have already done this exercise, but it's okay. Yeah, I always use as a template a previous lesson, okay? So maybe, I don't know why. Okay. The children were cold because
They had playing.
they had been playing. Okay? Yes, that's why they were cold. They had been playing. That's the best possible answer, okay? Ah, teacher, but I wrote they had played. It's acceptable because there is no time reference. But the best one would be this. They were cold when they came in because they had been playing in the snow. Okay? But because they had played, it's acceptable. We were very thirsty because any water for a long time.
We hadn't drank.
Yes, we hadn't drunk. Okay, that's perfect. That's the best possible answer. I was very happy when I found my phone. For it for hours.
I
I had been looking.
Yeah, I think you guys learned it. Okay. She was worn out. Worn out is the same of very tired. Because for almost 2 hours,
She had been working out.
she had been working out. Excellent. Working out means doing physical exercises, okay?
Okay. How can I say stay in English?
Treadmill. I'm going to
Am
write
I
it for
right?
you, Eric. Yes. Treadmill. She had been running on a treadmill for 2 hours. Okay? Do you like running on a treadmill?
Only walking fast.
I don't like it. I think it's boring. I get bored.
I think it's boring, but I ate a brownie and then I.
And then you have to hit the treadmill. That's how they say it in
Yes.
English.
Yeah.
I have to hit the treadmill for 1 hour to compensate for the brownie. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. If I remember the donuts and the croissants I had today, I have to hit the treadmill for 5 hours. Okay? Oh, don't talk about that, please. You said a brownie. A brownie. That's singular. I had more than a croissant and more than a donut.
A whole brownie that my mom made.
Well, that's another story then. So it's okay. You have to hit the treadmill. You're right. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there was only one treadmill in my life that I like it. But I only saw it in a very good hotel where I stayed. I loved that. Why? Because it was very big. Yes, it was very big. And you could set up the kind of scenario you wanted. For example, New York, San Francisco, Vancouver, London. You would choose a place. And then, yeah, there was like a big TV in front of you on the treadmill. And then you would see a street in San Francisco, in New York, in London, and you would walk. Just like if you were in London, New York, or Vancouver, understand? And it was very funny because it would go up. If the street was going up, the treadmill would go up.
Oh,
If the
interesting.
street, yes, if it was flat, it would be flat. Sometimes it would even incline down because you had to go down. So it was fantastic. I loved that, but I never saw another one again. It was the first time and the last time I saw one, okay? It was in a hotel in Vancouver, Canada. Okay? It would always simulate a walk in one specific destination, but you could choose from like 100 different cities, okay? And of course, do you think the guys were nice? They would always look for a place where you had ups and downs, so you would get rid. Okay, that one was a piece of cake. Let's do the next one. Change these direct questions to indirect questions. This is related to the lesson we studied. So I read the direct, and starting with Taina, you are the first one today. You give me the indirect, all right? Like, why did she cry?
Can you tell me? I don't know.
Oh, Taina, don't disappoint.
It is easy.
We spoke a lot. Oh,
I have studied more.
okay, first, look, is it a yes or no or a question word?
A question.
So
No,
you use this. You use the same question word. What's the question word? Why?
Why did you?
Okay,
Why?
now, is it in the present or in the past?
In the past.
So, what do you have to do? Boom, drop did, why she, and then you change the verb to the past. What's the past tense of cry?
Right.
Cried.
That's so simple.
Okay.
Can you tell me why she cried? Because I didn't buy her a gelato. And then she cried. Now, Regina, does she speak Greek? Well, now it's not a question word. It's a yes or no.
Yes. I would like to know
I
if
use
I
the contraction. It's more natural. I'd like to know.
I'd like to know if she
So far, so good. If she
speaks Greek.
excellent. Yes, maybe you don't speak Greek, but English you do. Okay? Now, Ghislaine, where is Joe?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either, but you have to ask me.
Do you know where Joe is?
All right, Ghislaine. Do you know where Joe is? This is the problem, to put is at the end of the sentence. Do you know where Joe is? I have no idea. What time does the show start? What time does the show start, Erika?
Do you have any idea what time the show starts?
Excellent, excellent. Any idea what time the show starts? Excellent, Erika. Very good. That's it. That's the best possible way to ask this question. Marcia, will they be all right?
I wonder if they will be all right. No?
Yes, yes. Be more confident if they will be all right. Excellent, Marcia. Very good. Okay, Dirce, what is the next? What did he want?
Telling me he wanted.
What? Would you mind telling?
Yeah, what he wanted.
Yes, now it's perfect. Would you mind telling me what he wanted? Okay? Good, this, very good. Now it's perfect. Okay, we are back to this. No, this just answer. Regina. Whose car was it?
Could you let me know whose car? I don't know.
Of course you do.
Whose car is it?
Was it? It was. No, no. It was. It's not a question in the second part, okay? So, was it? It's a question. Could you let me know? That's the question.
Yes.
Whose car it was? Okay?
Yeah.
Is this the right train? Do you have any idea? That's for Ghislaine.
Do you have an idea if this is the right train?
Yes, excellent. That's it. You got it. Do you have any idea if this is the right train? Okay. Now it is again Erika. When will they get married?
I wonder when they will get married.
I wonder when they will get married. Okay. You can put a question here. Okay. How long has she known him? Márcia.
I don't know this. I don't make.
I was counting on you because I also don't know. So I thought Maybe Marcia can help me. Oh, Marcia, don't
There's
disappoint me.
just 10.
Help me, please.
I don't make it. The next I make.
No, but I want number 10.
No.
What's the problem?
I don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand? Is it a yes or no or a question word?
I'd like to know.
Is it a yes or no or a question word question?
Yes, the question.
So you have to use the same question word. What's the question word? How long? Okay, Marcia, I'd like to know how long. So far, it's this. The same question word, use it in a direct question, you have to use in the indirect question, right?
She has, no.
She has, yes, how long? She has, what else?
Know him.
How long? She has known him. That's it, Marcia.
Okay, thank you.
Well, how long she has known him. Okay?
Okay.
That's perfect. All right, Tainá, could you babysit tonight? Remember, I don't know why Brazilians insist on saying baby sister. It's not baby sister. It's babysitter. Okay? Yes. Many Brazilians say baby sisters. Oh, no, that's wrong. It's baby, one word, baby sitter. And the verb is to baby sit. Okay? All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So, could you babysit tonight? I was wondering, Tainá.
I was wondering,
If, yes, because it's a yes or no.
yes, if you babysit,
No, what about could?
huh?
I have to use could.
If you could now babysit,
No, after could.
yes, if you could babysit
Yes. Babysit
tonight.
tonight. Only this, Tainá. Hi, I was wondering if you could babysit tonight. Not tonight. I have English class. Okay? Mr. Malinovsky, welcome back. Okay? Hello. I was already wondering, is he working late again? This guy's going to be a millionaire very fast.
I forgot the class today.
Oh, Mr. Malinovsky.
Oh.
How is that
working? I was working a lot.
I know, but you have a time to work and a time to study. When you learn English, you can get a better job. Maybe you can go to work for Google or Amazon or Facebook.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Me empolguei aqui.
You got excited. Yes?
Yes.
So, do you think you can answer number 12? Like, what is her name? Can you tell me?
Her name?
What? No, I have to use the same question word. Can you tell me what?
What's your name? What's your
name? My name is Roberto, but you don't want to know my name. You want to know her name.
Perguntar-me.
Could you tell me? Can you tell me what?
Yes.
No, that's the problem. When you use an indirect question, you don't use is in front. You have to use is at the end. Or if it's in the past, you omit did and change the verb to the past. If
What's
it's
her
would
name?
do,
Okay.
what her name
Yes.
is. Now it's perfect.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So imagine that we go to a bar to have a cold beer together, and then I see you talking to a girl, and then you come back to finish your beer, and then I say, wow, that was a nice girl. Can you tell me what her name is? Her name is Raimunda. Oh, okay. Very interesting name. Thank you. Okay. So this is a very polite way of asking an indirect question. Instead of saying, hey, what's her name? No. Can you tell me what her name is? Much better. Do you have any free tickets? Do you have any free tickets? Okay. That is for Regina.
Could you let me know if they have some free tickets?
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
If they have
If they
some.
have some free tickets.
Regina, I'd like to congratulate you. Okay, yes, very good.
Thank you,
You see,
teacher.
in the question was,
Is
do
there
they have any free tickets? But once you change to an affirmative sentence, okay, it can be a question, but here, could you let me know if, I forgot to put here, Regina said, but I forgot. If they have some free tickets, I use some here, okay? Where were the boxes? Where were the boxes? Ghislaine.
Yes. Can you remember where the boxes here?
Were
Were
where
the
the
boxes
boxes were.
were?
Yes, were is the past tense of are, were.
Were.
Which countries did she visit? I think it is Erica. I think, I'm not sure.
Do you know which
Yes.
countries she visited?
Yes, good, Erica. Which countries she visited? Okay, excellent. One day, if I can't give class, I'm going to name Erica my auxiliary, okay?
Oh, great.
Yes. So
Do you pay well, teacher?
don't ask me, okay? You can ask Descubra o Mundo, okay?
Okay.
Yes, because whatever they pay, it's there, not here, okay?
Okay.
Yes. Here I prefer the salary in euros, okay? Or I cannot eat my gelatos, okay?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Need a chocolate, Belgian chocolate.
Exactly. You are absolutely right. Not even chocolate croissants
Oh my
or
God.
even donuts.
Oh.
Today was the croissant
Oh,
donuts. Yes. Oh, I found some
the
German
best
donuts
of the
here.
world.
Yes. It's funny because they were made in Germany, but they were very fresh, very good. Okay, but they were not made here in Belgium. Chocolate is made in Belgium, but not the donuts. The donuts and the croissant, they came from Germany.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a German supermarket called Lidl, or something like this. Okay. All right. As I said, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite hobbies when I'm not working and I'm not eating gelato or chocolate. I'm making bread. Okay. I love baking. Okay. When you make bread, we say baking. In English, they have two verbs, which in Portuguese, we only have one verb. In English, you have the verb to roast, and we have the verb to bake. In Portuguese, there is only one equivalent. Roast, we use for meat. That's why we say roast beef, okay? Or, as we say in Portuguese, rosbife, okay? which comes from the English roast beef, which is beef is not beefy. Beef means carne de vaca. Okay? So can
Okay.
even be pescoço, but if it's the vaca, it's beef. Okay? But roast is specific for meat. We can roast a chicken, we can roast fish, we can roast a ham, we can roast turkey, okay, or beef. Bake, on the other hand, is for bread, cake, pies, okay? Everything related to good stuff is baking, understand? We bake pies, we bake cakes. And where can you buy bread, cakes, pies? In a bakery. Bakery. And who bakes the bread, the cakes, the pies? A baker. Okay? So bread, when you're talking about bread, cake, pies, many times vegetables, like in the shopping malls in São Paulo, in Campinas, in Floripa, in many big cities, you find the baked potatoes. You know those big potatoes?
Yes.
You also use baked, okay? Because they are prepared in the oven, okay? Of course, there are other ways, but this is when you prepare in the oven. Okay, so it's baked. So as I said, one of my favorite hobbies is baking. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to play you a story, a passage about making bread now and then, the history of bread. So I want you to folks pay attention, try to understand as much as possible. This is as easy as a walk in the park, okay? I'm sure you're going to understand at least 90%, maybe 10%, I'm not sure, but 90% I'm sure. Oh, come on, baking bread is so easy. Okay, I'm going to play it. Focus, pay attention. If the sound is okay, just say, okay, teacher, okay?
Okay.
Bread baking, now
Okay.
and then,
Okay.
by Reedworks. Did you know that bread is one of the earliest human inventions? Bread is a food made of flour and water. Other ingredients and shape can vary. Scientists have learned that humans have been eating bread in some form or another for 30,000 years. Ancient Egyptians ate a lot of bread. In fact, because they had no potatoes or rice, bread was the most important carbohydrate source in the ancient Egyptians' diet. Egypt gets little rain. Ancient Egyptian farmers relied on the annual flooding of the Nile River to irrigate their fields. Egyptian farmers paid a portion of their grain harvest to the Egyptian treasury. Archaeologists have discovered illustrations of bakeries and loaves of bread in ancient Egyptian burial sites. Professional bakers and home bakers used the same production techniques. Home bakers, usually women, baked only the bread they would need for that day. Egyptians used a grain from emmer wheat for their bread. The grain was ground by hand on a millstone. This process cracked and crushed the grain into coarse flour. The flour was mixed with water and sometimes a little old dough. It was placed in a pot and baked in a clay oven. This Egyptian bread was a flatbread. Indian naan and Middle Eastern pita are two examples of flatbreads eaten today. At the end of the ancient Egyptian period, however, around 300 BC, Egyptian bakers added to their bread an important ingredient: yeast. Yeast is a microscopic fungus. It makes bread rise. Today, bread production is more complicated. Yes, you can still bake your own bread at home with store-bought flour and yeast. You can also buy bread made at small bakeries. But the fluffy bread you see in grocery stores in the United States today is made in large commercial facilities. These commercial facilities, or plants, have business contracts to bake many different bread brands. Most breads today are made using 4 basic ingredients: flour, yeast, salt, and water. Farmers across the United States grow wheat in large quantities. Half of the wheat produced is used in the United States. The other half is exported to other countries. Grain is processed into flour by companies which then sell the flour to commercial bakeries. These bakeries produce the dough and bake the bread, then package it and arrange for its distribution to stores.
Wasn't it easy or no? Please don't disappoint me. I was so confident you would
Easy.
understand.
So.
Easy.
Regina, no, no. What is the problem? It's just 4 ingredients. It's so simple.
Yes.
Yes, only 4. Okay.
How many
Imagine.
words?
Some words. I said 90%, 10%, maybe new words. But imagine if I was given a passage about making a feijoada. It would be
Oh my God.
50 ingredients, okay? Or probably I would just say, put a pig inside with black beans, understand? I think it would be easier, okay? Yeah, because they put the tail, the ears, the nose, I don't know. They put a lot of disgusting parts, okay? Okay, I'm going to play it again, and you are going to see that probably you understand more than 90%, okay? So listen again, at this time you can see, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye, my beautiful bread.
Bread Baking, Now and Then, by Reedworks. Did you know that bread is one of the earliest human inventions? Bread is a food made of flour and water. Other ingredients and shape can vary. Scientists have learned that humans have been eating bread in some form or another for 30,000 years. Ancient Egyptians ate a lot of bread. In fact, because they had no potatoes or rice, bread was the most important carbohydrate source in the ancient Egyptians' diet. Egypt gets little rain. Ancient Egyptian farmers relied on the annual flooding of the Nile River to irrigate their fields. Egyptian farmers paid a portion of their grain harvest to the Egyptian treasury. Archaeologists have discovered illustrations of bakeries and loaves of bread in ancient Egyptian burial sites. Professional bakers and home bakers used the same production techniques. Home bakers, usually women, baked only the bread they would need for that day. Egyptians used a grain from emmer wheat for their bread. The grain was ground by hand on a millstone. This process cracked and crushed the grain into coarse flour. The flour was mixed with water and sometimes a little old dough. It was placed in a pot and baked in a clay oven. This Egyptian bread was a flatbread. Indian naan and Middle Eastern pita are 2 examples of flatbreads eaten today. At the end of the ancient Egyptian period, however, around 300 BC, Egyptian bakers added to their bread an important ingredient: yeast. Yeast is a microscopic fungus. It makes bread rise. Today, bread production is more complicated. Yes, you can still bake your own bread at home with store-bought flour and yeast. You can also buy bread made at small bakeries. But the fluffy bread you see in grocery stores in the United States today is made in large commercial facilities. These commercial facilities, or plants, have business contracts to bake many different bread brands. Most breads today are made using 4 basic ingredients: flour, yeast, salt, and water. Farmers across the United States grow wheat in large quantities. Half of the wheat produced is used in the United States. The other half is exported to other countries. Grain is processed into flour by companies which then sell the flour to commercial bakeries. These bakeries produce the dough and bake the bread, then package it and arrange for its distribution to stores.
Wasn't it easy? Or you still have a lot of questions or just a few questions?
Two questions, but it's better.
Ah, good. You realize that you know more than you imagine, right? Okay, is there any problem about this first part that it's on the screen now? We don't have time to read everything today, but we can answer the questions and tomorrow we can read and do the comprehension.
Have any question about this time?
No questions about this first part?
Shaping.
No.
Shape, Regina.
Yes.
You know, when you go into a bakery, you find bread in many different sizes and shapes. Some bread are round, some bread are rectangular, some bread are flat, some bread are very fluffy and big. So these are different shapes, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
It's like your teacher, he has the shape of a barrel, you know?
No.
A barrel of beer, okay? A big barrel. Belgian beer, okay?
You are drinking a lot.
No, I don't drink, thank God. I only eat gelato, chocolate.
Teacher,
Yes. Carbs, I eat a lot of carbs, but I don't drink, thank God. Okay, understand, Egyptian farmers relied on the annual flooding of the Nile to irrigate their fields. This is
Realize I don't know.
Rely, you always, Erica, you can memorize. You always say rely on, always, no exception,
Rely on.
always.
Okay.
For example, if I say I rely on you, if one day I cannot come to give class, I rely on you. That means I depend on you.
Okay.
The
Okay.
old, like your teacher, ancient teacher, they relied on the annual flooding of the Nile because it doesn't rain much in Egypt, okay? Most of Egypt is desert, okay? But one time a year, the Nile River floods, comes out of its bank, and then it floods everything. And then the farmers, they depended on this flooding to plant wheat, okay?
Okay.
Any other question about this part or no?
No.
Understand Egyptian burial. Pay attention to the pronunciation. We don't say burial, it's burial sites.
No.
No.
You know when a person dies, okay?
Yes.
Okay, you put that person inside of a box, which is called in English, coffin. It's not a good thing, but that's the best example I can give you. coffin is the name of the box where dead people are placed before, not after, before they are buried, okay? In a cemetery. So the place where you bury them is called burial site. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Like in Egypt, every time they discover the burial site of an ancient pharaoh, Pharaoh was the name of the kings in Egypt, they would find an excessive amount of gold because the ancient pharaohs believed that they needed all the gold they had to enjoy the life after death. Understand? So every time they were going to bury a pharaoh or a princess, they would always put a lot of gold, jewels, diamonds, many different things inside of the burial site. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I had the opportunity of visiting one burial site, but of course, the gold was not there anymore. It was in a museum. And it was very interesting. It was the Tutankhamun, probably one of the youngest pharaohs, Egyptian pharaohs that died. I think he was less than 18 when he died. And I was amazed because there were even chairs, very stupid things made of gold. Understand? So I don't know, probably it was not a comfortable chair, but it was practically a golden chair. Understand? All right.
All right.
And his mortuary mask is the most beautiful I have ever seen in my life. Okay. So I don't agree with this part here. Professional bakers and home bakers use the same production techniques. Home bakers, usually women. No, I'm going to delete this. Usually men, okay? Bake it only the bread they would need for that day. Why do you think they would only bake only the bread they would need for that day? So it was necessary to bake every day. Why do you think they would not bake a lot of bread? Any idea?
No.
No.
Because they didn't have refrigerators, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They didn't have any way to preserve the bread. And it was it is extremely hot in Egypt. So they would just bake every day a few bread or a few rolls of bread, understand? And consume whatever they bake it that day. The next day they would bake again and bake again every day.
Okay.
Now, about the next part, is there any question or no?
Yeah, teacher, loaves of bread.
Okay, the word bread
Oh,
Bread.
bunker.
is not countable, right? There is no plural.
Okay.
Understand this? This is
Yeah.
the basic. But loaf, whose plural is loaves, okay, because it ends in F, then I change to VES, is a countable word used to refer to bread. If you look up in a dictionary, a loaf means a piece of bread, understand? So
Okay.
when you go to the supermarket, you buy one loaf of bread. And then I can make it plural. I can buy 2 loaves of bread. Or I can buy 3 loaves of bread. You see, bread is always in the singular. And you know those bags that come in a plastic bag already sliced? You know? That is a typical example of a loaf of bread. Understand? The French bread that we usually buy in Brazil, which is very common in Brazil, which is not common in France, believe me. It's called French bread, but it's only made in Brazil. In France, they don't make that. In France, they make baguettes, they make croissants, but not the French bread we call it in Brazil. That's only in Brazil. Should be a Brazilian bread, okay? But anyway, when you buy a loaf of bread, there are 3, okay, maybe today there are many, but the basic types are white, whole wheat, and rye. So white is the classical puma. Buy 1 loaf of pão puma, okay? That's a white bread. That's easy. Whole wheat. Oh, whole wheat. Wheat, okay, it appears here many times. It's trigo. Whole wheat. Trigo inteiro? What is this? Integral. Okay? And the last one is a special type of bread. It's our famous centeio.
Okay.
Why is it important to learn this? If you ever go to the United States and ask for a sandwich, observe that a hamburger, a hot dog, they are not considered sandwiches. It's a hamburger or a hot dog. In Brazil, everything you put in a bread is a sandwich. There, no. A hot dog is a hot dog, a hamburger is a hamburger, and sandwich, they are usually prepared cold, or you can get a panini, which is a hot sandwich, okay? But you order, for example, can I have this turkey sandwich? At the same time, the guy is going to ask you, on white? And then you think, on white? What is he talking about? He wants to know the kind of bread you would like. Understand? They always ask, because sandwiches can be prepared in any type of bread. Then you can say, can I have it on rye? If you like it, of course. Or can I have it on whole wheat? Of course. And then they shout to the cook, a turkey sandwich on rye, a turkey sandwich on whole wheat, or a turkey sandwich on white. And then the cook prepares it for you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Any other question about this? No, because we have to go. Tomorrow you can ask. Okay? I told you I get excited when I talk about bread. I forgot about the time. I have another class in 5 minutes. Okay? And my water finished. I have to get more water. It's very hot here. Okay, see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching my class, and I see you tomorrow. I'll see you later. All right, alligators?
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.